Okay, ultimate guide to cold call no shows. I want to talk about why they happen, how to reduce them, and why you may not actually want to reduce them. All right, so we're on the couch today, very intimate. All right, so the biggest factor by far, what is the biggest factor that's going to determine if someone's going to show up by far? It is by far the ideal customer profile that you have. So some businesses and some people nearly always show. Others are barely better than running like a direct to consumer offer on TikTok, for example. Like the show rate's going to be really low. Like e commerce, small brands are going to have a terrible show rate. People in healthcare, if it's like a series A, they're going to show up at like 80, 90% of the time because like they have to get everything right. They're accountable to investors, they're accountable to HIPAA, there's a ton of compliance things they have to do. So their entire day is meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting. They can't miss one meeting. If you work with smaller clients or clinics, sure, it's going to go down. So a lot of times it's just choosing the right people to work with. We have a caller that we doubled his show rate by just refining his ideal customer profile. And we just found customers that have more money, they're easier to work with, the show rate's higher. So that's the biggest factor. Now, the second factor that leads to no shows is speed to lead. So this is how fast the meeting is booked. Is it within 24, 48 hours? Is it a live transfer? So a lot of times the caller can just talk to them and then transfer them to you directly, which case there's a higher show rate, obviously. So that's the second factor. Obviously, if I'm on a cold call and I transfer it to you, the business owner or the salesperson, right away, then we're going to have a much higher show rate. Then the third factor is how good your offer is, how emotionally connected to your brand or to the caller they feel at the end of the call. Um, Confirmation texts. Emails don't really matter, but texts matter. The medium ask. So if you ask them to go from a phone call to a Zoom, you're usually going to get a lower show rate than if you go from a phone call to a phone call and then switch to a Zoom or do a Zoom the next day. And then you can adjust these as needed. But a good benchmark is your show rate, like let's say you're running ads, is your show rate from ads to your ICP, or if you're doing cold email or LinkedIn, what's your show rate to those people? And a good cold call show rate should be about 10 to 15% within that other range. Now, don't kill yourself trying to make everything equal and everything perfect, or don't unalive yourself trying to make everything equal and everything perfect. Messy makes money. So TikTok is still profitable ads wise for a lot of e-commerce or B2C or even B2B offers, even though the ICP is generally less intelligent and well off than Facebook or IG advertising. So you have one cohort that has more money, that's more educated. You have another cohort that has less money, is less educated. And yeah, maybe you run ads and your show rate with TikTok's a lot less, but there's still good ROI there. So it's like, don't try to make everything perfect. I've seen plenty of offers scale with 30% show rate to like $10 million a year. I was actually part of an offer like that. So don't freak out. If don't make everything doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to have a funnel that you feel good about. Because a lot of times, even if you can raise your show rate to like 90%, but the people that you're selling to are just not easy or fun to sell to, you might think about just changing or altering the types of customers that you're targeting. I remember I was coaching an agency owner that he was trying to sell to realtors. And I said, listen, have you thought about instead of selling to realtors, maybe someone living in a trailer park addicted to crystal meth would be a better market? Because realtors can be really, really hard because a lot of them are just not doing well. And it's significantly more challenging to find the few realtors that are really killing it versus the general that are kind of surviving. And there's money issues and cash flow issues. So I hope this was helpful. More specific questions, just DM me. This is a topic that a lot of clients ask me about. And have a great day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.